It is better to be envied than pitied. I am bound to tell what I am told, but not in every case to believe it. The secret of success is that it is not the absence of failure, but the absence of envy. If a man insisted always on being serious, and never allowed himself a bit of fun and relaxation, he would go mad or become unstable without knowing it. Men trust their ears less than their eyes. But this I know, if all mankind were to take their troubles to market with the idea of exchanging them, anyone seeing what his neighbor's troubles were like would be glad to go home with his own. Where wisdom is called for, force is of little use. The most hateful grief of all human griefs is to have knowledge of a truth, but no power over the event. Haste in every business brings failures. Adversity has the effect of drawing out strength and qualities of a man that would have laid dormant in its absence. Of all possessions, a friend is the most precious. When a woman removes her garment, she also removes the respect that is hers. Happiness is not fame or riches or heroic virtues, but a state that will inspire posterity to think in reflecting upon our life that it was the life they would wish to live. In peace, sons bury fathers, but war violates the order of nature, and fathers bury sons. The most hateful human misfortune is for a wise man to have no influence. There is nothing more foolish, nothing more given to outrage than a useless mob. Circumstances rule men. Men do not rule circumstances. All of life is action and passion, and not to be involved in the actions and passions of your time is to risk having not really lived at all. As the old saw says well, every end does not appear together with its beginning. Very few things happen at the right time, and the rest do not happen at all. The conscientious historian will correct these defects. I know that human happiness never remains long in the same place. Great things are won by great dangers. A real friend exults in his friend's happiness, rejoices in all his joys, and is ready to afford him the best advice. It's impossible for someone who is human to have all good things together, just as there is no single country able to provide all good things for itself. All men's gains are the fruit of venturing. Far better it is to have a stout heart always and suffer one's share of evils, than to be ever fearing what may happen. To think well and to consent to obey someone giving good advice are the same thing. Let there be nothing untried, for nothing happens by itself, but men obtain all things by trying. If you have 2 loaves of bread, keep one to nourish the body, but sell the other to buy hyacinths for the soul. It is sound planning that invariably earns us the outcome we want. Without it, even the gods are unlikely to look with favor on our designs. Love of honor is a very shady sort of possession. Where even a falsehood must be told, let it be told. Illness strikes men when they are exposed to change. But I like not these great successes of yours, for I know how jealous are the gods. The worst part a man can suffer is to have insight into much and power over nothing. Civil strife is as much a greater evil than a concerted war effort, as war itself is worse than peace. He is the best man who, when making his plans, fears and reflects on everything that can happen to him, but in the moment of action is bold. Call no man happy before he dies. One should always look to the end of everything, how it will finally come out, for the God has shown blessedness to many, only to overturn them utterly in the end. When life is so burdensome, this has become a sought-after refuge. I'm bound to tell what I am told, but not in every case to believe it. Whatever comes from God is impossible for man to turn back. The period of a Persian boy's education is between the ages of 5 and 20, and he is taught three things only: to ride, to use the bow, and to speak the truth. Force has no place where there is need of skill.